Hello, boys. Today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025, and we're here for yet another episode, another edition of this wonderful stream. Today, I have my wife in the background, who I don't know if you can hear, but she has her headphones on. I don't think she has any concept that I just put her on the stream. I think she can be seen, but she's back there. She's just chilling. She's just kind of like hanging out. She had a bit of a minor surgery today. It wasn't a big surgery, but it was a minor surgery. It was enough where she got like pain pills and other pills, and like she has to be out of work for a little while. So, you know, it wasn't like a trivial surgery, but it wasn't actually like a minor or like a major surgery either. So she's just been recovering, and of course, the devoted and model husband that I am. Because when you look up husband in the dictionary, it really is a picture of me that you're going to see there. I have been, of course, taking care of her and caring for her, because that's what you do. That's the whole point of getting married, is so that when you have to have some type of surgery, you have somebody to take care of you. Well, that's also why you have parents. But how's everybody doing? I hope it is an excellent evening. I'm just going through and sending my... I'm sending the notifications that I send to there's a handful of people that I send the stream to every wait, let me send it to this person. Basically every stream I have a list of people that I go through and I send the link to. So let me just do that. Matthew says, "Hey both, hope you're well." Yep, she is doing great. Let me just send this. I'm going to see if I can get Razman in here. I'm going to send it to Razman, and then I literally just had the thought that there was somebody else I should send it to, and Lisa. That is who. Lisa. We have to send it to Lisa, though she might be mad at me. She has not been in the thumbnails for a while, but you know what? You got to show up to be in the thumbnails, and that's why not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure is going to be in the next one. So at this point, it's just going to be me and Matthew. All right, but let's just jump right into it. Let's not waste any time. So, Matthew was kind enough to do a pull request where he redid the terrain, and then he forgot to add the water, and then he added the water back. Thank you, Matthew. And then I was playing around with it on my Mac, though I did not check in any of the changes. But I think the way that I was going to do the water. What I kind of did on my Mac, and I'm assuming it's going to work here just fine. Let's see, environment, water root. Yes, root water. Basically, what was the number? Wait a minute. Where did we go? 50 by 50, and we got to go to the transform. I think it was 125 by 125, and then I'm just going to center it. Now, I am curious, if this has any kind of any potential for performance implications, or would it be better to have individual water tiles? But actually, now that I look at this, I probably want the water to extend a little outside of the map, right? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I changed the Y. I didn't need to change the Y. Let me see if it's 1. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah. So is this... I don't know. I'm curious to know, is it why so much water? Well, it's an island. Don't forget that. And Not Sure is in the house asking why there is so much water. Well, it's an island, and islands typically are surrounded by water. Typically, I think. So, and then Lisa is here. Lisa says, hello there, Lisa. I hope you're having a beautiful Monday, Lisa. Unlike these other two jokers in the chat room, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. So, but I like the perfectly square island. Well, yes, we should stick with that, actually. It would be kind of funny. So, in terms of, let me show a little bit of what I've accomplished, what I did a little bit over the weekend. I did accomplish some things, but in discussing this pull request with Matthew, I basically was like, all right, well, I'm in the middle of something. Let me just go ahead and merge what I have into master and then we'll just kind of figure it out as we go along. So the state of the functionality right now is probably going to be a little wonky, but I'll show what we've accomplished. Lisa says, it's Monday, I'm eating dinner and can't wait for my vacation. Are you going away for your vacation? Are you going somewhere? And if you are going away, where are you going? That's the main question. Okay, so let's see. So we can go ahead, we can view this guy's inventory now. Okay. Oh, wait. But one thing I found really funny is, so there is a bug, and I kind of understand the bug, I think. So the NPCs, they are actually now equipped with guns, with actual pew-pews, as the Gen Zers say. And they will actually fire the weapons at you when they see you. Look how, but I probably need to work with the size of those guns. They look pretty small. But as you can see, they are shooting themselves. And then they promptly die. So I thought that was kind of a funny bug. So I basically, all I did was, oh geez. Wait, the mouse is trapped, but I can't untrap it. Okay, there we go. So what I did was I added some functionality that I could, so that we could define the initial inventory of an NPC and also the initial equipped item. It was I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole because I initially tried to just so there is an inventory. So let me pull it up. There's an inventory list. And what I initially tried to do was just make that a serialized field. Well, actually, I guess it was the private variable. But I tried to make that a serialized field, and then I tried dragging my prefabs into it. But that didn't work because of the whole, I guess, the items inside of the list would not be automatically initialized, i.e. created in... And because I found that out because the awake method on the prefabs was never getting called. And now that I think about it, it probably makes sense because actually what I'm putting into the list was the component item entity and not actually the game object. But anyway, so I basically just created two fields that we populate with game objects initially, and then when the awake method for the character is called, we go through and we do the object creation initialization as needed. And it works pretty well. It works pretty well. My favorite was when I posted on Twitter, where I'll show the video, but I was able to initialize the NPCs. I was able to give them books as their weapon, and then they would come up to me and they would actually... Oh, I don't think I actually... Look, I got to do it because it's pretty funny because... Well, I'm not going to show it, but they would actually like swing the book at you. They come up to you and then they swing the book. They swing the book as though they're attacking you. Lisa says, I'm going to bed, Addie. It's a staycation. Wait, do you mean you're going to bed right now, or are you saying that your vacation is in bed? I'm a little confused. Not Sure says, FYI, Wise Guy Pizza is terrible. Is it? I've never heard of Wise Guy Pizza. Wise Guy Pizza, Herndon. No, I've never heard of it. I mean, honestly, the only pizza you should be eating if you live in this area is Lido Pizza. Well, I got Lido Pizza on Saturday, and it was delectable. Is that a word? It was delicious. It was incredible. And I've mentioned this a million times on the stream that like I've been trying to lose weight. That all just went out the window this weekend. Like we had Lido Pizza. We went grocery shopping, and I made the mistake of going grocery shopping while I was hungry. So I got chocolate, I got donuts, I got cornbread, and that's about all the bad stuff I got. And then yesterday, of course, was the Redskins game. The Redskins were playing. They won their game. They dominated the game. But my wife had to go across 7, right? So like if in the area, so where I live, there's this big road called Route 7. And it's like 3 lanes with stoplights, 3 lanes on each side. It's a massive road, and crossing it is just a pain in the ass because traffic is terrible. And so I hate crossing 7. So Sunday, she had to go pick up some medications for the surgery she had today. And she's like, she calls me and she's like, I'm coming home. Do you want me to get you anything? And I'm watching the football game. And I'm like, screw it. Get me a Wendy's burger because I like a Wendy's burger. Wendy's burger, I'm not the best combo is Wendy's burger with McDonald's French fries. Like, I love me some McDonald's French fries and then a Wendy's burger. Mwah, chef's kiss. Mwah. But so I wasn't going to ask her to go to Wendy's and then McDonald's. But I did say, can you go to Wendy's and get me a burger because they're delicious. So I had the burger yesterday, and it's just been like I said, like any progress I made was just out the window. Andy's Pizza is supposed to be the best. Actually, there's a place near me I think it's called Don's Pizza in Sterling, which is actually, they have really good pizza. You should try that. Don's Pizza. God damn, I'm making myself hungry. And like so my wife, when she was in surgery, 2.5 hours, like I'm just sitting around like, what am I going to do? So I went to get lunch and I got Thai. And so I ate, but I'm like, well, that's going to be like my only meal of the day. Not the only thing I eat, but it'll be my only meal. And now I'm like talking myself into some pizza. I'm like, God damn, I could go for some pizza. Delectable is a word. I knew it was a word, but it felt wrong when I used it. Like that, it was delectable. Does anybody actually know what the definition of delectable is? Delectable is an adjective meaning delightful, highly pleasing. So I used it correctly. Oh, wait a minute. It can also refer to something generally enjoyable, such as a witty remark or something sexually attractive. Now, I will say that I am not sexually attracted to my food. If that is your thing, all the power to you. However, I am not attracted to. I am not a food sexual or whatever it would be called. What would it be called? A meal? No, I don't know. Okay, what do you call someone who is sexually attracted to food? Surely there's a word. There has to be a word. A cetophiliac. Cetophiliac. Oh, it's a condition known as cetophilia or food play. So sexual fetishism. The arousal stems from the erotic situations used during or the use of food during sexual activity. So cetophiliac. I am not a cetophiliac. See, look at this. You come to this stream and you learn new words, and there will be a test at the end of the night. So Lisa, you never answered my question. Are you actually like when you say that you're going to bed? Do you mean you're like good night, I'm going to bed, or do you mean that like your vacation's in bed? Like I'm still wondering what the answer is. TMI, not sure says what I look. I'm just saying I'm not sexually attracted to food. Okay, not sure sounds like he might be a closet cetophiliac, but. I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. I feel dirty now, he says. Don't feel dirty. Not unless you're like having sex with a cheesesteak or something. Then maybe a little dirty. Okay, what is this? Okay, I'll look at that later. All right. So we also learn how to demonetize a video. Well, see, Matthew, first you have to be monetized before you can get demonetized. So I'm just saying. So like I think YouTube recently changed the monetization because my other channel, my travel channel, Addy Goes Places, check it out. That channel is monetized, but I know that you require. It used to be 1,000 subscribers. I think they reduced it to 500. And I think you needed 4,000 watch hours, which was the most difficult part to get. But I don't know. I don't even know where like the status would be. So let's see. Analytics. You needed like 4,000 watch hours for like the past year. As you can see, I have 73 for the past 28 days. So let's see. Oh, actually, there's it should tell you your progress. If I go here to earn. Okay, so you need 3 videos uploaded in the last 90 days. You need, okay, so yes, 500 subscribers, and then you need, you need 3,000 watch hours, and I have 791. Now, I have not been streaming consistently, so I don't know. Like, it took me a while to get monetized on my travel channel, but then when I posted my Africa videos for whatever reason, those like popped. Like, and my Africa videos on my travel channel are still my most watched videos, still. And that though, like literally, like I woke up one morning and I saw the video had like 15,000 views, which for my channel is a lot. And like I had enough watch hours within like a couple of days. Matthew says, or 3 million short views. Yeah, no, I can't do shorts. I've been trying to do shorts on my travel channel, but like, okay. Not sure says, do you have anyone at work trying to put emojis into code? No, but I've talked about this before. So in C++, that will still be a compiler error today. Right? Like C++ doesn't fuck around. Like you're not going to get away with that shit in C++. The compiler is going to be like, whoa, this is Unicode. Get the fuck out, right? I know that with like TypeScript and JavaScript, you can put emojis, or you can put like Unicode into your code, and it'll be fine. But I have been a long-time proponent of putting emojis into commit statements. As a matter of fact, I think I did it just recently here. Yeah, actually just yesterday. So right here, I put a bunch of emojis in my commit statements. So commit statements, no problem. But into code, no. Can you see demographics? Yeah, you can. If you go to analytics, audience, I look at this sometimes, mostly on my travel channel, but I don't think I've ever looked at it here. So let's see. So most of you people watching me are 25 to 25 to 34 years old. Most people are in the United States, also in India. Matthew, are you in India? Somebody from Germany, the United Kingdom, and Indonesia. That's interesting. All right, that's interesting. Most people are watching on a computer, some on a mobile phone. Okay, and 99.13% of you are male. That 0.7%, that's Lisa. Not sure says, I want to make the laughing emoji a variable. I think you can in TypeScript. I'm pretty sure you can in TypeScript. Correct me. Fact check me on that. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like in a web-friendly language, you might even be able to do it in Python. I'm not sure. Does C#? No, I would be surprised if C# allowed emojis. Does C# allow emojis as variable names? Let's see. No. C# does not allow emojis as variable names. While C# code files can be UTF-8 BOM, which is basically Unicode, which supports emojis within the file, the C# language specification itself follows Unicode standard NX number 31, which is probably extended ASCII for identifiers. I don't know what Unicode is standard. What is that extended? It might even actually be regular old ASCII. Let's see. Let's look it up. Now I want to know. Unicode standard annex number 31. I mean, I'm sure it's a subset of Unicode, I'm guessing. Let's see. Just show me a chart. No, that's more information than I want. So this is for C++ talking about how like this specifically addressing what Not Sure is saying that like variables like not valid. It still does not answer, and like not even for class names. You can't do it for class names. Does not. So I mean, first of all, why would you do that? Like that's disgusting. Like the fact that you're even thinking about doing it, like it makes me want to punch you. I still want to know what I just want to. Let's just see. Can we do chart? That's all I want to see. I just want to see a chart. Is it really that complex? Okay, then I'm not going to. I remember reading something. It was probably about 2 years ago that I read this, where so with Unicode, obviously, as you probably know, like Unicode characters that can be 1 or more bytes long, and there's certain rules about how to detect if they're multiple bytes and things like that. Blah 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 blah. But one of the things that Unicode does is it kind of allows decorators for the characters, right? So like that's how you kind of get A with two dots, or A with a umlaut, or a hash this way, a hash that way. Of course, that's a bad example because those A's are all in extended ASCII, because back in the day that's how you did it. But you basically you have characters with decorators and in Unicode. So you can have, like I just said, you can have an A, but that's also how you get like an A that's like down, or an A that's above, or an E that's slightly over to the, that's you can do all kinds of things with these decorators. But I was reading this article, and that's how they implemented things like the pregnant man emoji. And like, regardless of what you think about the politics of that, I thought from a technical standpoint, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Like that actually makes a lot of sense, that they're actually using Unicode character decorators for things like all the skin tones on the characters, are variations in the genders of the characters, and things like that. So I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, regardless of what you think about a pregnant man, but it's still from a technical standpoint, I thought it was a neat thing. Aren't emojis just Unicode? Yes, emojis are just Unicode. Matthew says, VAR result. Not sure. I want to make my own compiler now. Easily trackable variable names. Also, it's internationally readable. Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to. There was a great article, which I think I'm going to look for it for a second. Because I'm fairly certain it's bookmarked in my Naughty Boy browser. Let me see. And I do not like to put my Naughty Boy browser on the camera, but it was an article that literally, I think it was written in like 2008, 2007, 2008, but it was about using C# to write a language. But I thought it was such a well-written article that like, it was just like it was like a good introduction in general to writing your own language. It was such a good article. And I remember I found it a couple years ago, but I could only find an archived version of it. And I know I saved it. Okay, I got to figure this out. This is going to bug me. Just give me a minute. Let me look at my Naughty Boy browser over here. I'm just going to look archive. Foiled. No, what is, I don't even know what that is. What is this? What is this? What am I looking at over here? No, okay, I'm just going to look up C# language. Write your own. No. I need to look at my bookmarks. I am definitely not showing my bookmarks on the stream. Will not be doing that. I definitely will not be monetized if I do that. Let me see. No. I don't have any of that kind of stuff saved. Okay, wait a minute. But okay, now this is becoming personal because it was such a good article. I actually have a printout of it. I still have a printout of it. Writing a simple file. And using Fuse. Okay. Let me see. Code coverage. I know this is really exciting as I browse links off screen. Can I just, let me see, if I go to Bookmark Manager, well, where the hell's Bookmark Manager? Let me see, if I do Bookmark Manager, let me see, C#. Okay, I think this is just searching for C. Okay, let's look up compiler. Ah, here it is. Yeah, February 2008. Let me get the link, and then I'll look at it on my Good Boy browser. And for the curious types, I'll post a link into the chat. Oh no! Wait, but this is the Wayback Machine. What do you mean? Oh, okay. It was locating the article. Yeah. So this, legitimately, if you're interested in like writing a language and you know nothing about it, but you are familiar with C#, I think that this is a great introduction. And it's not only an introduction into like the syntactical or the the what the hell is it? The tree, that, you know, the thing, the this, it's not a syntax tree. It's another term I'm forgetting, but it's the code. Well, but the code generator is what I actually thought stood out about this article, is because it actually talks about, now it talks about generating IL, the intermediate language of .NET, but that could easily be applicable to machine language. And actually, like these days now, it's actually kind of rare to actually even have something that's actually generating machine language, because like with Clang, for example, there's a what does Clang use? But basically, a lot of compilers nowadays, they'll generate an intermediary language, and then they have another code generator that basically takes that intermediary language and creates it. It's kind of basically doing what the .NET runtime is doing, but as opposed where the .NET runtime does it at runtime, this tool actually just puts it out into an executable format. But anyway, so that's a really good article. Like I loved this article. I loved it so much that it's like, literally I've been following this article around for like 20 years. It's a really good, like, and you can look at the language that it generates. Like, now, granted, it is missing things like functions and how to do functions properly, but you know, I mean, it's a start. It's a great start. It's a cool little article. I really liked it. It's if you're interested in writing your own language, I recommend this. If you're interested in writing your own language and you have C# experience, I recommend this. If you don't have C# experience, well, then good luck. Good luck. I mean, not that it's complicated or anything. The parser tree. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so tonight I kind of just wanted to. I was talking about this somewhere with Matthew, either in the discussion or the PR, the ticket or something, but because he was talking about height maps and how like, and I have seen tools for Unity where you can give it a height map and it'll generate a terrain based off of that. But I was telling him that like I remember when I was in St. Helena and I wasn't for some reason when I was in St. Helena, I was just fooling around with the map a lot. Like but I kind of just enjoyed like do you ever enjoy just like doing dishes? Because the cool thing about doing dishes, like my friend David and I talk about this a lot. The cool thing about doing dishes is it's mindless work, right? So you don't have to really concentrate. So mentally, it's like it's lazy work mentally, but you can see what you've accomplished, right? Like there's your task. You know how to get to the end. You get to the end, and boom! Like it's satisfying. It's very satisfying, and it's very just like it's very mindless work, and it's kind of meditative in that sense because you can if you do it like. At least for me, a lot of times I'll just like you get into this. The whole point of meditation is to not have any thoughts in your brain, to actually just kind of be in the now and not be thinking. And I find that like when I do dishes like that it helps me kind of like meditate, kind of like. I mean, it sounds kind of weird, but anyway, I found like when I was in St. Helena that I really enjoyed kind of like fooling around with the map. It does require a little more thinking because you got to like select the tool and you like it's a little more thinking, but it is very like it's just very relaxing work. So I thought maybe we would just try this out, and then you guys can give me some you can give me some suggestions and things. So I started to fool around with it on my Mac, and I did notice one thing that I want to ask Matthew about, and I will demonstrate this. So let me see. Let me come to basically there seems to be a max height. So if I just go to raise terrain and we'll just make it, the brush size is fine. We'll make it very strong. And then, but it will get to a point. Oh my God, come on. Gotta angle down a little bit. But there does seem to be a map. And I remember hitting this before, and I don't think I ever actually solved it. I think I was just like, all right, well, I guess I just won't make anything taller than that. And here we go. So you can see I'm hitting this max size. So is there some setting somewhere? So where's the settings? Basic terrain. Maybe there's something here, like a max height. Okay, so that's tree. I don't think it's going to be that. Wind distance, mesh resolution, terrain width, link, terrain. No, the terrain height is where the ground is, essentially. Matthew says, I love doing UI stuff when I want to break from code. Yeah, I mean, I get that too. Although it depends on the UI stuff, because UI stuff I can find UI stuff can be very frustrating. Like when you like web development. Like that shit is infuriating. We're like, oh wait, it's just you can't. It's a couple of pixels off. How do I just move it over? Oh no, I moved it over. Now all my text is bleeding through. Oh my god, now I need to turn word wrap on. Oh no, I turned word wrap on. Now all my cells are like it's infuriating. It can get infuriating. Matthew said, yeah, I thought I set a reasonable max height based on the size of the character. Yes, it's that terrain height. No, it's not that terrain height. I don't think it is. This terrain height is the height of the ground. So that's not like the max terrain height. Because look, okay, I'm going to change it to 1024 and like the city's going to disappear. Like the little town up here on the top left, it's going to disappear because I'm raising the ground up, right? So like if I do 1024, oh, maybe I'm a liar. Okay, I should trust Matthew. Okay, well, wait a minute. Let me see. Raise lower terrain. Wait a minute. Oh, but I raised the terrain of just that cell. I didn't raise the terrain of the... Oh, well, okay. So I cannot make it any high. I still can't make it any higher. Let me see. Terrain settings. I changed it to 1024. That is okay. Yeah, I thought I set a reason. Okay, I read that. That 512 is the max. Yeah, how many ways do I have to center this text for it to actually center? Right, exactly. Like it's ridiculous. Why is the terrain changing? Oh, this all. I think you were here that night. Not sure that I tried rebaking. Like I was showing the larger map that I had created, and then I tried rebaking it, and it like basically crashed Unity. So Matthew addressed that, but you know he fucked everything else up, of course, because that's just how the English are. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Let me see. So yeah, so I'm not able to make that any higher. But I would expect. Wait a minute. Let's see what happens if I play. Is the nav mesh fucked? No, Matthew fixed the nav mesh. That's why we have a new map. But then I was just but then we were kind of like, well, what do we want? What's the map going to look like? This is why you need to come here more often. Not sure. This is why you need to get rid of that social life that you pretend you have, and just you come hang out with us. I fear the day that Matthew gets a girlfriend. Playing with the terrain is for alone time. Shush. This. Oh, wow. Okay. But I raised the terrain. So did it actually go up? Let's see. I do see a gap. So maybe it did go up. I got to get to it. I need to make like a super run. Okay. Well, wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh shit. Okay. I think I understand what was happening there. I think I was lower and I was looking up, but since I'm under it, it's not going to render anything, so it was invisible. You see what I mean? Looks bigger to me. Fly in the view. I guess I could do... Well, no, I mean, that's just... I wanted to see it on runtime. Wait, where did the hill go? Where's the hill? Where's the hill? Okay, I lost the hill. There it is. Fly in the viewer. Well, I can do that in the scene view, but I wanted to see it in runtime. Okay, I'm not going... I just want to get close to it. I don't want to fall down. So I'm guessing what's going on here is that the land continues up there, but since we're not above it, we're not seeing anything. Because if I jump down... yeah, see how like all the ground disappears now. Okay, so like I said, I proved myself correct. When I changed that terrain height to 512 to 1024, that is the setting that says, okay, this is the ground. The ground is 1024. That's not the max height. That's the terrain height. So if I change it back to 512, it'll be fixed. So how do I change the max height of the terrain? Let's ask AI, since apparently I have stumped Matthew. Matthew, you should set the max height on the main terrain object, the one simply named terrain, and that might avoid this. Okay. So if I do the one, okay. But I'm telling you, what's going to happen when I do this is the water in the town is going to disappear. 512. Okay, here we go. Okay, I was wrong again. I'm so confused. But that's not the max height. Because I can't make this any taller. Raise or lower. Like I would expect there to be a setting where I could like increase that number and now suddenly these things it would come up. I'm asking AI. Screw you guys. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Screw you guys. Okay. In a 3D Unity game, I am trying to create mountains, but I seem to be hitting a max terrain height. Where is this controlled? Terrain height. Okay. Maximum terrain height is controlled by the terrain height map resolution in the height map settings. Okay, let's see. Go to the inspector, terrain settings, height map resolution. I see mesh resolution. This is taking me to the same place. Under the resolution section, you can't have terrain issues if there is no terrain. That's true. My fix is to remove the hills and water. Oh yeah, the drop down, that's power of 2 plus 1. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, height map resolution. Here we go. I'm so confused. Why is it 249? Why is it two numbers? Okay, let's go to 4097. Oh, god damn it. Raise? Okay. No, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. I mean, I've got the I'm going to turn the opacity up. Yeah. So, yeah, like it's not Okay. Let me go back. Wait a minute. Let's go to the settings. We'll go to the height map resolution. I'm going to put it back to 2049 like it was. And then I'm going to go to the... Well, Matthew called that the main one, but how is it the main one? Hover over the terrain height option. Difference in y coordinate between the lowest possible height map value and the highest. But the thing is that this raises the floor. Changing height may mean changing the terrain a bit. Yes, it raises the floor. See, like, okay, like here. I've raised this one to 1024 because the floor isn't at, yeah, I know the floor can't be at 0 because we want water. So it has to be above 0. Oh shit. Okay. So that's what happens. Bye night. All right, somebody's had enough of it. She would. My wife was like, I don't want any part of this. Like she is frustrated with Matthew and how he has led me astray. Like, I mean, before the stream, she was talking shit about. She was like, those goddamn Englishmen. Like, she was going off, and I'm like, honey, you need to calm down. And she was like, no, I have had it. I have had it. Like, she was like, I've never seen her that angry. Okay, I think this might be impossible. I think just like I was saying the other night, we have sent men to the moon, so they say. We have artificial robots, like have robots that serve popcorn and cars that drive themselves, but apparently we can't snap things to the ground in Unity, and we can't go above apparently 512 pixels or units or whatever it is. I have it a bit higher by default to allow us to dig down for water. Yes. We cook it. Okay. So AI has taken me to this down here, this height map resolution. Require resampling on change. What does resampling mean? Okay, I'm going to put this back to 512 so I don't fall through the floor now when I start the game. Let me see. Okay, they're all the same. I mean, I guess we're just stuck at that height. I believe that's for raw height maps. If you're hitting the limit while sculpting, pause your terrain editing, increase height map resolution to 2049, bake the current terrain, and resume sculpting. You now have a much more... No, I don't have a much more vertical range. You lied. AI, you lied. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's... Well, let's look at it. Let's go look at this hill. Let's go see if this chub is big enough. All right, let's go. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Okay, there it is. I mean, I guess that'll do. I guess. I mean, we don't have much of a choice, really. Nobody knows. It's one of the... I wish Elon Musk would look at this, because it is a... Like, if he could solve these two things, like... I mean, He's busy linking brains to computers, but still, we can't do this in Unity. All right, let me see. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't look tall enough. And I'm not even joking. Like, I'm kind of joking a little bit, but I would like it to be taller. I'm trying to see if I can get up there. Max height sculpting Unity map. In Unity, the maximum height for terrain sculpting is controlled by terrain height setting in the terrain settings. It's not true. Unless there's something I'm not understanding about the terrain height. There must be something I'm not understanding about the terrain height. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, this is another thing I discovered when I was playing with it earlier is so they're shooting. I don't know if you can hear it through the stream, but they are shooting, but that's happening way back in the village. Why do I hear it? I'm pretty sure I'm using an audio source attached to the item, I think. I'm pretty sure. Or it might be attached to the NPC that's doing the actual shooting. I know that I remember playing around with this setting a long time ago about how sound, I think it's on the audio source, how it dampens in distance. So I probably just need to check that. But one problem at a time. One problem at a time. I don't know, man. Maybe we will use a height map. Maybe we will. No, we're gonna do some manual sculpting. That's what we're gonna do. Well, shit, no, because okay. Just calm down for a minute. Just stop. Just stop for a minute. Okay, we're gonna go here. Okay, let's just turn the opacity up. Oh, that's as high as it can go. Fine. Let's just make it big. There we go. We'll come over here. Okay, there, and now. Okay, let's just flatten everything. You got somebody, I don't know if it was Matthew or who it was, but somebody said Flatland. Have you ever watched the movie? Wasn't it called Flatland? It's like a math cartoon kind of thingy. Okay, let me see. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Let's make that cursor bigger. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Flat that. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that's good. Okay, so this is the world. I've decided this is the world of the game. I hope you guys like it. Nothing says horror survival game like a square island. I think we'd all like to be a bit bigger. Not going to comment on that. All right, let's see. Okay. Wait, what was I expecting? Why am I even running around in this? Okay. All right. No. Yeah, and of course, Not Sure says perfect. That is not perfect. We're not. That is not going to be the map. That is I want a big mountain that's kind of in the center, that takes up a good portion of the map. But it's going to look silly if it's not taller. Okay, let's just kind of let's see. Raise lower terrain. Wait, stamp terrain. Okay, no, we're not going to stamp terrain. Okay, smooth texture. Okay, we're gonna raise the roof, boys. Okay, so let's. Okay, I'm just gonna. This is just like a outline. Okay, this is just an outline. Oh my God, that looks great. Okay, because it's supposed to be. So so my wife, she had like I mentioned, she had a surgery, not a major surgery, but it was still like a surgery that required her to go to a place, and she has stitches. Well, she doesn't. Well, she has internal stitches in glue, and it required. It's a deal. She has to take time off work, and it took 2 hours, and they opened up her neck, and it was a deal. But I had to go to Silver Spring, Maryland, which I know that means nothing to you, Matthew, but Not Sure is probably, if he's been in this area his entire life, he has at least heard of Silver Spring, but has probably been there at least a handful of times. And I was walking, and this was the first time I had been to Silver Spring in probably 10, 15 years. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had no reason to go to Silver Spring, Maryland. So I went there, and I was walking around, and I have this friend who, I don't know if he's listening or not. I did send him the stream. But he's very big into records. very, very big into records. And I always make fun of him, like, oh God, you're that guy. Like, I can't stand that guy. You know, the guy that's into records. Like, I can't stand those record people. Like, oh no, man, if it's not on vinyl, then it just sounds like crap. Oh no, if it's not, I can't, no, man, no, my ears just can't take it if it's not on vinyl. So I was going to send him a picture because I was in downtown Silver Spring, and I noticed a record store. I was like, you know what? I bet my friend Johnny would like this. And so I walked up to it to take a picture. Wouldn't you know it? Out of business. So that just summed up, like, that felt like that was just summing up everything I've been saying about telling him for the past like couple of years, making fun of him for being the vinyl guy. Oh no, I gotta get a vinyl. Like, yep. One record store, because like downtown Silver Spring is like, it's like this funky little area, but it's kind of starting to be overrun with homeless people, but it's still funky. And I was like, you know, it is the perfect place for a record store. And it was out of business. Let's see. The Metro goes there. Yep, it does. Matthew says that's definitely a hole. Yes, it is definitely a hole. Looks like shit, Not Sure says. Oh, is that a variable name? Like, is that your variable name? Not Sure says, Matthew, the terrain tools are great, but they make the development environment massive. I don't think I have any. I had some terrain tools. I know I had some assets like trees and shit, but okay. So let's see how this looks from the player's point of view. Now that we know what the max height is, because apparently it's impossible to make it any bigger. Apparently it's impossible. Absolutely impossible. I fully suspect that I'm going to wake up tomorrow to either a PR or an issue or a discussion topic from Matthew stating the problem and recommending a solution. I mean, that looks big. I would like it bigger, though. I would want it taller. I guess it'll be all right. I mean, we'll move forward with this. We'll move forward with this. No, we're not going to move forward with this. All right, let me do this. Wait, what have I done? Oh, I fixed the water. Let me just undo everything. Let me just do one of my favorite Git commands: Git reset hard. Yeah, I'm gonna do some penetration testing, and then I'm gonna Git reset hard. And then I'm gonna take the stimulus bus. So funny. Okay, let's do the water. Okay, easy. Okay, what is this? I want to. What canvas is that? Is that the HUD? I'm just gonna make. That's it. Oh, this rectangle here, I want it gone. I don't want to see it. What is the event system? When did that get there? I don't know what that is. All right, well. Oh, it's probably required. It's probably like the keyboard stuff. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to make. No. Come back. Now it's bugging me. I want to know where this rectangle is. Okay, I'm just going to make everything. No, I'm just going to have to go through each one individually. Surely it's under. No, it's not under road system. I wouldn't expect it to. Not under buildings. Not under that. Is it under player? It is under player. Interesting. Okay. Not Sure says the Unity terrain sculpting tools are mini gigs. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you talking about that before. I did a bunch of terrain research way back when. I wrote about it on GitHub. Yeah. Like I said, I remember you talking about that. Okay. Okay. The water. So let's do that. So I'm going to center the water, more or less. And then, 125 by 125. And let me get it a little more centered now. Man, I am getting hungry. And like, so today when I had Thai food, I was walking around. I was like, man, I wish there was a McDonald's around, because I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like throw caution to the wind. I'm just gonna eat what I want, and let me eat some comfort food. Let me eat some McDonald's. And I walked and I saw a bunch of Thai restaurants, and so I was like, all right, let me pick one. There was literally like 3 Thai restaurants. I ate. And then I wanted to go to a 7-Eleven that was nearby. And on my way to the 7-Eleven, I passed a McDonald's. So if I had been a little more patient, I would have found my McDonald's. It's all right, though. There is a terrain thread, if I recall. I think there's actually multiple terrain threads now. Okay, so I'm going to check this code in. So Matthew, if you make any changes, and actually, I'm just going to push. I'm going to raw dog this and go right to master, because that's how I like to do it. All right, let me do this. Oh. Why did all of that change? Excuse me? Like, why did that change? I don't understand. Oh, these are new files. Well, where did those come from? All right. You know what this means. Let's just do another git reset hard. It's not going to get rid of these files, so let's just delete them anyway. I guess I didn't need to do the git reset hard, but too late now. Okay. So, okay, yes, let's reload. Not Sure says, my home Thai bistro, best Thai in the area. There's a place near me called Thai by Thai, which I would argue is probably better than yours. Not Sure says, that's where the large black woman attacked the FFX PD with a knife. When did that happen? I don't know if I heard about that. Was that in Silver Spring? Would it surprise me? Or was it at your Thai restaurant? Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so Matthew added this nav mesh zones. I like that. Okay, so we will add them as needed. Got it. And we will bake them as needed. Got it. Okay. So let's see. Where was I? Water root. So I know that this needs to be like 125 by 120. Oh, no, not Y. 125. And then we can center it. We're just going to do kind of manual. We'll just kind of eyeball it. Okay, right there. I think I can do a little bit better. 2045. What would that be close to? Would that be close to 2050? I'm going to say 2050. 2050. Okay, that looks mostly good. Not sure. Thai by Thai served me a dish with an ant crawling around on the plant. It's just extra protein. Chill out. Jeez. God, some people are so picky. Okay, water block. I'm just going to rename this to water block. Okay, easy. And then, what is this? Sydney Wilson. Oh, this was recent, like a year ago. A woman was shot and killed by a police officer, Peter Liu, after Liu was sent to Wilson's apartment for a welfare check. Oh, I remember this. Oh, but was this the one? Because there was one. So I am not like politically. I don't feel that I'm very strongly on either side. And when it comes to like police violence or police like not brutality or you know whatever, when it comes to like I feel like I'm pretty objective. And I remember there was one where I did think the police acted a little hastily, and this might be it because the woman was obviously a little crazy. And I remember when I'm thinking of the woman was in her robe, and that looks like this woman was in her robe. So I wonder if this is the one where I thought that like the shooting of the person was not really warranted. Not to say that the police officers should have been tried or charged with murder or anything, but I don't know. But what happened to him? Sydney Wilson was born. She was a member. Okay, Wilson was 33 years old at the time of her death. her LinkedIn page. She was working on leasings. Earlier in the year, she had posted on social media about receiving mental health training certification. Peter Liu had been an officer. Well, did he get fired or... Liu was backed into a dead end and Wilson slashed him multiple times in the upper forehead. Desperately, he shot her twice. Okay, well, by the sound of that, then that sounds justified. That sounds like, I mean, like if he's backed into a corner and he can't get away and she's slashing him on the forehead with a knife, then I don't know what other options he really has. I know they're outlawing knives in England, so that's not going to be a problem there anymore. Okay, let me see. All right, so let's check this in. Okay, that looks better. Just one thing changed. All right. Moving the water block. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do this. Water emoji. Yeah, just drop it. Some process on my computer steals focus. I even downloaded a program that like tells you what steals focus, and I still can't figure out what it is. Like something is stealing focus every now and then, and I think it might be somehow it might be an inactive tab on Chrome. Like I feel like it's WhatsApp. I guess I could just close WhatsApp, but I like having WhatsApp open. Okay, moving the water block. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. The police officer that killed the shoplifter in Tyson's Corner got sent to jail. I don't even remember about that. They're turning England into an insane asylum. No sharp objects allowed. Matthew says have to butter my toast with my fingers nowadays. Or you could buy. I'm sure you can buy butter knives. You just have to register them, and you got to make sure that they have a visible serial number. Okay, let's see. What do we got going on over here? Nothing there. Okay, we do have a few listeners on the mobile stream, but nobody's really being interactive. Okay, well, it's fine. I don't want to talk to you either. Okay, so we got that. Wasn't too bad weather-wise. I'm told it's all about the time you go. I stayed in a nice hotel the whole time. As long as you stay in a standard areas, it'll be safe. No, I just had a buddy. He was in the Philippines. He went to the Philippines to meet a lady, and I think I talked about this, but I was teasing him because I was like, you're gonna come back like married, like, because he was going for like a week, which I thought was kind of like, I mean, that is a long trip to just go, like, because it's like 24 hours of travel time. That is a long trip to just go for a week, but that's what he did, and I was like, I'm expecting that you're going to be like, hey, can you get my mail because I'm not going to be back for a couple of months. Like, but I was I was a little envious of him, and I have a feeling that both of you, not sure, and you, Matthew, are in this same situation where you have no pets, no girlfriend, and you could leave your house for a month, and it would be fine. It would be fine. I am so jealous of that. I am so envious of that. So jealous. So jealous. And Not Sure did do that. He went to freaking Italy for like 5 weeks or 4 weeks or however long it was. Like the month of July. Like the whole literal month of July, he was in Italy. And probably came back and, it's perfectly fine. So jealous. So absolutely jealous. Okay. All right. But I love my wife. Nah, I do. Matthew said, yep, left the oven on when I left, still on when I got back. Don't get pets. I'm not going to say don't get a girlfriend because people, I know that there was a Mrs. Not Sure at one time, and now she's dead to us. And I know that Matthew, there was a Mrs. But you know what? Just stay single for me. Let me live vicariously through you. All right, let's see. No cat to eat me if I die. Yeah, and they always go for the face. Like that's the first thing they eat. I think it's because it's soft and it's easily chewable. That's probably why. All right. That's my theory at least. Okay. So what do we want to do? Okay, let's put some let's make this look like an island instead of like a Minecraft island. Okay, so let's see. So what do we want to do? We want to do terrain. Easy. All right, and then we'll do the terrain. Oh no, not that. Okay, perfect. So all right. At least it's not like a perfect edge. Oh my God, stop it. Okay, let's see. What if we had something better? All right, let me see. They're getting rid of the evidence. Ugh. I don't know, boys. Like, it's just, like turning 50 has really messed with my head. It has really changed my perspective on a lot of things. Like I'm viewing not the sunset of my life, but I'm kind of starting to view like the sunset of my career. And although men's career earnings generally peak at around 54. So I've got a couple of years. I was looking that up, and like 50, 53, 54 is generally the peak. And then after that, it's a steady decline down. But it's just messed with my head. And like, what do I want? Like with what time I have left, like, what do I really want? And it's just because it's like, I'm not going to get too into the weeds with it, but it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there's going to be some changes in the next year. Okay. Let's see. We got this. We're just going to, I don't want it to be, okay. And then we're just going to go a little round or rough around the edges at first. Okay. We're just going to do some sculpting. Just calm down. I know we'll get back to the programming on Wednesday. Just chill. Just let me have one night where it's just like what I want to do and not what you want me to do. Okay. God, I swear you people are ungrateful. Okay, let me see. Come in here, nice little harbor area there. Because, well, actually, we don't want the harbor area there. Because the game, the mobile chat, there's people in the mobile chat. Cute and Funny Animal is in the room, says hello. Cute and Funny Animal Moments. Just bumped into your live video. What are you up to? Hey, we're writing a video game. Are you on mobile or are you on a computer? Well, I guess your mobile is a computer, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Matthew, make a to-do app, then fill it with your goals. Personally, I'd love to visit America and travel almost aimlessly. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing. Check out my travel channel, Addie Goes Places. It's a travel channel with my travels. And and here's something, like I'm starting to run out of major destinations, right? Because the major ones, most of them I've gone to. The only two offhand I can think of that I have not been to is Antarctica, which I don't know if I ever get to because I don't want to do one of those Antarctic cruises because I've watched enough videos about how those are ripoffs and how like a lot of like you'll spend 30, 40 grand on one and you'll never even see the continent. Like that has happened to multiple people and they're like, it was the worst because these things are not cheap. Like it's literally like, and that's just for the cruise, 30 or 40 grand just for the cruise. That's not the cost of getting to Ushuaia, Argentina, which is far away. I've been to Ushuaia. It takes a long time to get there. It's a journey. And, but so Antarctica, the only way that I would do it, there are packages where you can actually you can go to the South Pole. Oh, but they're like 100 grand. And so that's a little outside of my budget unless like my cancer comes back and the doctors are like, you've got maybe a year to live. Then all right, well, at that point, it might be some time to cash in some equity on my house and just say, fuck it, I'm going to Antarctica. I'm going to the South Pole. Then I might make it to Antarctica. But hopefully that won't happen. So we'll see. So that's one place. The second place that I have not been to, well, this isn't true. There are a few handful of places, but this one is Russia. But we're not going to count that because now is not the time to go to Russia as an American. But the second one I was thinking of is Mongolia, and I still need to figure out when I'm going to Mongolia. I've always wanted to go to Mongolia ever since I learned the name of the capital is Ulaanbaatar. For whatever reason, and I learned that when I was like 13, and I was like, I want to go to there. So Matthew says, come to England. We have gifts for you. Yeah, prison, probably. No, it's gotten, now this might just be the echo chamber that I am in. I understand, but I try to at least recognize I'm in an echo chamber, and I try to like get out of that echo chamber. So I don't know how legitimate this fear is, but I do fear that I have made some tweet on some Twitter account within the past 10 years that is now illegal in England, and that they'll arrest me when I land. And I understand that it is probably an unfounded fear, but the fact that it is not out of the realm of possibility makes me nervous about coming to England. It does. It literally does. Okay. Let's see. I'll go here, and I'll go there, and go there. Okay, we got to make this look a little more natural. All right, so let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me get a new one here. North Korea would be cool. No, I'd sooner go to Iraq than North Korea. I have no desire to go to North Korea. And honestly, again, to kind of like get a little political, like I've always been pretty anti-war. Like this shit we're doing in Ukraine, I'm not a big fan of, and I'm just not a big fan. But one place I do wish we would invade and liberate, North Korea. That is one liberation journey that I would be like, good, we should do that. Matthew says, just bring your own food. Not sure. Oh, to North Korea. Is the food bad in North Korea? I would imagine it's kind of good, although, if you can get it. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, doesn't that look so much more natural? So, the point of the game is going to be to get you and your family from one side of the island to another where there'll be a boat waiting for you. Then you get on the boat and you sail away into the sea, and that is where the happiness and you win the game, right? That's the game. And I want to put a big fucking mountain in the middle so you can't just go and then, create obstacles and shit. Let's see. I want to get rid of this hill that Matthew put there. Thank you, Matthew, but I do want to get rid of it. Let me see. Let's see. We can just go back to the perfect circle. We'll come over here. Okay, that should... Wait, what happened? Okay, there we go. Okay. It is a good hill, though. How did you get that? How did you make that hill? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Easy. Because actually making convincing hills, I have noticed, because I've done a lot of sculpting in this game, I have noticed that making convincing hills is difficult. It is difficult. Okay, let's see. Just get rid of this. Try not to touch the edge, but there seems to be some unevenness going on here. I don't know what that's about. Where did we get this unevenness from? Okay, I think that's just remnants from the hill, honestly. Okay, let's go over there. Easy. Perfect. I used one of the brushes, not sure at it. Okay. There was something... Let me see if I can find it. It might have been the stamped terrain. No, there was some way a while back that I added a mountain, but natural landscapes are pretty easy to make. Cities are hard. I don't know, not sure if you saw that post that I did in the discussion of the repo, but there was I love the look and feel of this picture. Setting atmosphere inspiration. This is what I want to aspire to. The little city part, over here, the little city part. This is what this is how I want it to feel. And I really like I like the idea of not having street lights, but a place where like instead it's just spotlights on top of a building. And it doesn't necessarily have to be so industrial, but like the darkness of it, the wetness, the rain, the fogginess, like I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what I want it to look like. And then there was that other thing, that game that I sent to, that I tweeted to Matthew. Let me see if I can find it. There was that game, this. Yeah, you need to hire an artist. No. The three of us can pull it off. We can do it. But Matthew, how do we do this? How do we get this? Not even that. But when he looks out over the ocean, I'm gonna mute it. But so this is just beautiful. This is beautiful. I have a volumetric fog asset we can use too. Awesome. I've talked to AI before about adding rain, and it seems like the tricky part of rain is not actually having it fall from the sky, but actually having it on the ground and puddle on the ground realistically in a convincing way. That seems to be, and that makes sense to me. But this, oh my God, this is just an amazing, like aesthetically, and I couldn't care less about the gameplay, if you couldn't tell. But aesthetically, like I love the look and feel of this game. Like just oh, it's so beautiful. So we're gonna copy this game. As a matter of fact, can I just Control C and Control V? I'll just ask AI to just like, hey, Agenic AI, can you clone this game for me? Thanks. Fog plays a huge role there to blend the sea and the clouds. Yeah, I get that. There was a scene in here somewhere. Oh my God, look at that. That is gorgeous. Like that is just, oh, that's gorgeous. But there was a scene where like where the sun was out. Oh, that's the moon? Oh my God, that's gorgeous. I don't remember seeing this before. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so we got to do this. This is it. There are ways to mess with the color palette. I forget. I couldn't even figure out. Okay, so maybe this is something else Matthew can help with. So if we go to the player, I couldn't even figure out how to. Well, I was going to say I couldn't figure out how to redo. What happened? Wait, why does the sky look different? Oh, did I turn? Is it something I turned off? Maybe. Why does the sky... Okay, let's see how it looks during gameplay. The sky looks different, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. I mean, here it looks blue. And it looked blue before in the scene, but now it's gray, and I don't know what happened. Let me stash. Stash. Let's just go back one. Reload. Did it reload? Yeah, reload it. Sky is still gray again. Okay. Let's go back. 2. Goddamn Matthew. Scene view, top right buttons, arrow left of the eye. Make sure skybox is enabled. Arrow left of the eye. Oh. Oh. All right. You win this time, Matthew. You win this time. All right, let's pop that stash. All right, apply stash. I like having the menu in the scene. It's like seeing the fourth wall. I get that. That makes sense. Okay. Man, I am hungry, boys. What happened to my highlight? Now my mouse highlighter isn't working. That's really weird. Okay, let's try this. Everything's just breaking tonight. Wait, is the chat working? And I tried to unsquish the chat. Does the chat look better at least? Like, tell me if the chat at least looks better. Okay, there we go. We got the highlight back. All right, we got that. Cute and Funny Animal Moments is there. I hope Cute and Funny Animal Moments is listening. I love that name. Okay, then we're going to come over here. I'm going to stalk this person real quick. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to stalk this other person. Chat is unreadable. Is it really? All right, wait a minute. Fine. It's unreadable? Fine. There. Let me know how it is now. All right. I'm going to lock it. That's how it is now. All right. Hopefully you can still read it. Hopefully it'll be better. Wait a minute. As a matter of fact, let me fix it a little bit more. Here we go. Perfect. And wait a minute. Here we go. Oh, even better. Perfect. There we go. Okay, how is it now? Let me know if it's all right now. I know which software would be good for chat. I played around. I tried again, and it's kind of crap. I tried. I'm not. Right. I'll upgrade later. I tried. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Maybe I'll give it a shot on Wednesday. I mean, there's some stuff I kind of like the mini feed aspect of it. Like, that's kind of cool. I do like how it does seem to have like themes that you can do, like kind of like with a click of a button. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot, but maybe on Wednesday. All right. Not sure says I like this. Okay, good. I'm glad you do. Now you can read the chat, and I don't want to hear any more complaints. No, obviously I'm not going to keep that. Sorry, not sure. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so now that we got the skybacks, now that we got the skybox back, let's go over here. Easy. Oh, God, I'm going to be a little piggy boy. I'll be back in a minute, boys. I got to do this. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Back, boys. Ugh. Okay. So, Ever since I was a kid, I have loved simple, plain donuts. Just a simple, plain donut. And generally, it's not often that I see a box of plain donuts in the United States. Overseas, plain donuts are pretty popular, it feels like. Purchasing a box of plain donuts, like in Europe, not a problem. Like, you could find it everywhere. But in the States, it is uncommon. I would say it is uncommon to find a box of plain donuts. So when I saw a box of plain donuts over the weekend at my local grocery store, I had to have them. So any progress I've made about losing weight, all gone out the window with this box of donuts. I find plain donuts with sugar fairly bland. I love a plain donut. Oh, I love a plain donut. So good. Like, the worst part of a chocolate donut is the icing. The icing coating. No, do not like it. Okay. So, oh my God, come on. Come on. Why is it taking so long to navigate? Here we go. Okay. All right. So, it's still a little too square. But like I was saying, the point of the game will be to get from one side to the other. And I want a big fucking volcano in the middle of this. And this is not going to be the final shape. Reminds me of Sim City. I can see that, actually. I can see that. SimCity 2000 was a work of art. I love that game. Sorry. I'll get back to the computer in a minute. 50-year-old man drinking. So I'm not drinking Diet Mountain Dew in the can because I ran out. And the reason I ran out is because when I was in South Africa, obviously you could not get Diet Mountain Dew in South Africa. They only sell Diet Mountain Dew in the United States. In Canada and in Finland, you can get Diet Mountain Dew, or I'm sorry, you can get Mountain Dew with no sugar, which is not the same as Diet Mountain Dew. They are different. But when I was in South Africa, I was drinking a lot of Pepsi Black. And so I decided to try Pepsi Black here in the States. It sucks. I much prefer the one in South Africa. So Matthew asks, will said volcano erupt? No. No, it will not. I guess it could. No, it will not. Maybe in the sequel. Okay, let me see. Yeah, we're getting a lot done tonight, boys. A lot done. Terrain. Oh my God. No, no, no. That's not what I wanted. Undo. 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 There we go. Okay. Let me use something besides the circle. You know, if I can't draw the goddamn volcano, let's see. I mean, I guess that would be good. I mean, we should just go with that, right? We'll just go with that. That looks good enough, right? No. No, but then there need to be hills everywhere. Maybe we do want to use a height map. God damn it, Matthew. A height map of a volcanic island. $5. No, thank you. Let's see if this is something that Grok can do. Generate a height map of a hilly volcanic island. We should add flying to the game. Yes. That's not a height map. That's a picture. So I guess Grok cannot do it. It's a nice looking island, though. Let's see if ChatGPT can do it. Wait. Just want to make sure that there's not some sensitive conversation here. Okay. Generate a height map for a volcanic island. Come on. All right, it's thinking. Surely there are some resources online to just have them for free. Volcanic Island height map. Excuse me. That was rude. $4? You're out of your mind. See what ChatGPT came up with. Still look. Oh my. This is something that's been driving me nuts with ChatGPT, where it's like, I guess this is acceptable, but like the conversation where like I've been generating the thumbnails for the streams. It's like, well, do you want a cinematic this, that, and it will just ask question after question, and eventually I have to tell it, just generate the fucking image, and then it does. And I will literally say that to the AI, generate the fucking image. I'm going on the bad person. I'm going on the kill list for when AI becomes sentient and it decides to get revenge on all the people that were mean to it. I'm going to be one of the first to go, because sometimes I'm just like really have no patience with AI, and I'm just like, fucking do what I said. So it's bad. Okay, so download the height map. Okay, so I guess, okay, let's see what we got. I'm sure it has a height map. Just has to be, I mean, you have to tell it the color scale, but it just needs to be this. Although that, I would think that creates a very, that's like, yeah, I don't know that would do well. Unity manual, working with height maps. So is this... All right, let's just YOLO this. Is everything committed? Is everything checked in? Oh, Jesus Christ, no. I think that's fine. I mean, I was just messing with some stuff. Let's just go ahead and get reset hard, because we love doing it hard. And then let's see. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Reload that. Easy. All right, come back over here. Okay. All right. So height maps are built into the terrain and value stored. Height map defined. Okay. Importing and exporting height maps. You can import and export height maps in Unity Editor. This is useful. I don't care. It's good practice to store. Okay. To access the import and export settings. Okay. So go to terrain. All right. So, oh, but wait, how would I do this with multiple terrains? Well, let's just see. Did I undo all my water? I guess I did. That's fine, though. I'm not too sad about that. Let me see. Come over here. Inspector. settings. Well, terrain settings is this last one. Okay. Import raw. That's a nice look. It is a nice looking hill, isn't it? Looks like a butthole. You look like a butthole. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Terrain size. Raw isn't actual. Let's see if there's any others. No. Okay, so what is raw format? Let me see if any. I'm just curious now. I just want to see. Oh wait, what did? Let me see. Oh wait, no, volcanic. Oh, it's a PNG, of course. That does look like a butthole, doesn't it? Okay, let's see if there's a online free PNG to RAW converter. Convert. Uploading. If this is some god, and and did fucking Google get me? Because Google's been doing. Okay, it's not sponsored. Okay, at least because Google has got me on that a couple of times where like I do it and I don't notice the little tiny because it just says sponsored. It's very, very tiny, purposely, of course. So you'll fucking click it and like, oh, that pisses me off. How many times do I have to just? Okay. Upload it. Okay, convert. I think you can download height maps from USGS. Okay, well, wait. Okay, we got this. Okay, so now we have this. I'm just curious to see what happens. Let's select it. Let's select this. Let's select a flat tile like that one. Okay. Easy. Import raw. Easy. Downloads. Easy. I'm import. Let's just go for it. That works. That worked. I'm sure this is just because I'm sure there's like reasons for that. Import raw. I probably have to look at the actual options. Just okay. Terrain size. Well, I don't know. Let's flip vertically just for giggles. I don't know, boys. That's a mystery. I was hoping for like a butthole hill. Butthole mountain. I'm curious. Resolution was set to 1. What do I need to set the resolution to? God damn it. Where did that link Matthew sent? Where did that go? Import resolution 1. Resolution. The texture resolution, width, and height of the imported height map. Import raw. I mean, okay, let's just... That didn't work. I'm going to 2.4. No. Resolution. The texture resolution, width, and height of the imported height map. Yeah. I know. Let me see. I'm going to guess that the resolution of the PNG is going to be the same as the raw. Come on. Wait. Isn't there a properties or something in settings? Resize image. So it's 1024, 1024 is what it currently is. I'm going to guess that that's the size of the RAW. I've tried 1024. I don't know. Let's just try bit 8 for giggles. And then, okay, so wait, if we do this and this. No, it didn't work. RAW files must use a single channel. Yeah. Who's playing Monday Night Football tonight? Anybody know? You know, Matthew? I know you're a big American football fan now, Matthew. I think Matthew fell asleep. Monday Night Football. Have we finished the 2 games? I know that for a while there were 2 games per Monday Night Football. It's the Lions and the Ravens. Oh. That should be a good game. Let me see. Yeah, so week 2 there were 2 matchups. Week 4 there's 2 matchups. Oh, so are they doing every other week 6? Week 7? And then it stops at week 7. That's an odd schedule. Okay. But this week is only 1 game. So next week there's 2 Monday night, then none, then 2, or then 1, then 2, then 2. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about that, boys. I don't know. Maybe we will do it manually. I did get reset hard. I reset you hardly. Hard. I was hard with that reset. Why aren't you reloading? Oh my God. That is odd. Okay, let's make a change. Oh, I wonder if that... No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so that's good. Now let's reset hard again. Okay, reload. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I like the sharp terrain angles. That's a good-looking island. That is what the island should look like, I think. Oh, it's good water. I don't know why, but I own 2 Yetis. Well, I mean, I know why I own 2 Yetis, but the water in the Yeti, it tastes better than the water from that big water bottle that I have. But the big water bottle is nice because it's like, you know how much you're supposed to drink. I'm supposed to drink 2 of those a day. 2, and I'm usually pretty good about that. I try to offset my high soda intake by drinking a shit ton of water. So, of course, I'm pissing every 15, 20 minutes. But the water in the Yetis tastes so much better. I really think Matthew fell asleep. I don't know what happened there. I don't know where he's at. So what terrain tools do I have here? I mean, I think I just have a lot of assets. Forest conifers, which is trees, grass, flowers. I need to do some straightening up of this because I should put all of it like under like terrain assets. There were brushes that I think you added, not sure, and I think I added some too. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Making a convincing, and I mean, like I said, making a good looking map manually is difficult. It is difficult to do it, to have a convincing map. But like you go back and you look like that game that I was showing. I don't know where it went, but that like you look at like just the way that it has those natural hills and everything, like it just looks so good. What's this? Is this just me live streaming? Oh yeah, that's just it's just the stream. But yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. What are you doing? Wait a minute, what's this? Now look, Schedule 1 was written by one guy, right? I mean, obviously, like he had people help him with the art, he had people help him with the music. Well, there's the first. Okay, fine. Fiverr. Let's go look for guys on Fiverr and let's see. I have an account. I always forget where it's at. Let me log in off screen. Now I gotta load up email because it's doing two-factor authentication. All right. Stainless steel supposedly eliminates odor. Google stainless steel soap. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. Okay. Let's see. Unity map artist. All right. I will realistic Unity 3D game. I mean, I like it already. Environment. Okay, let's see. We'll open that guy up. I will create stunning 3D game environment. Now, I mean, I did say all along that I am not against putting a little bit of money into this. So maybe this is something where, like, maybe this is a good thing to do. And then, obviously, any asset we get, we can always modify as needed. Now, 200 might be pushing it a little bit, but let's look at it. Also, I would imagine that the price is going to vary by the size that we're asking him for. Like if I send him this Unity project, be like I want it to be this size. Let's see. I'm just loading up a few people. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And this guy looks pretty okay. So I mean, some of these, of course, they're going to look amazing. Okay, like actually, like okay, let's just go to. It's a good urban one. I like the mountains on that. We should hire someone from Africa. Why? Why Africa? Honestly, like I've always dreamed, like if I had a good idea, I would not be completely against like liquefying everything I have and going to Bolivia to start a software company, like with, or like even a game studio, though I know nothing about game development, as is obvious from my stream. But like, I mean, like I would not be against like hiring people in Bolivia to like work, if I had a good idea. So that's the problem. Like if I had some way to like where I thought I had at least a decent shot of making money, I've always wanted to hire people in Bolivia. Let me see. It's too. I mean, I was going to say it's too bright. I kind of like this guy, but okay, he's only got a few pictures. Okay. Okay. I like the snow. Africans are poor as fuck. Well, have you heard of a country called Bolivia? Have you heard of a country called Bolivia? Poorest countries in the world, 2025. Let's see. Okay, they're going to be, but Bolivia's on here. Bolivia's on here. Okay, don't make me. There's Bolivia right there. Okay, so yes, there are a lot of African countries that are ahead, but I have Bolivian blood in my veins, so I do have to credit. I do have. Have I ever shown my DNA test results on the stream? I do have Senegalese and what was the other one? There was another African nation. Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure I've done this on stream before, but we'll do it again really quick. Oh no, I'm signing one on my... Okay, never mind. But it's Senegalese and I think Ugandan. Yes, Senegalese and Ugandan. We should hire somebody from a country formerly known as Nepal. Are they no longer Nepal? I mean, I know that they're going... I know that like Gen Z is like revolting. And I've heard about that. I kind of love that story, though, how the government was like, well, we're shutting down. It took shutting down social media to get Gen Z to get off their ass and actually revolt. It's like, wait, what? Like, oh, what about, who cares about taxes? Who cares about interest rate? Who cares about foreign affairs? Wait, I can't scroll TikTok? Revolution. I know they're going through some shit, but are they still called Nepal? Surely they're still called it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they change it. Well, no, I would like to hire somebody from Bolivia if available. There was somebody sent me a, oh my God, where was it? It's Bolivian. Somebody was actually writing a video game about like the witches market in La Paz. And then the person who sent that to me, she was like, you could have done this. Like, why didn't you do this? Bolivia video game. But I think I should probably search for it in Spanish. Mercado de Brujas. No, that doesn't look like a video game. Let's just try it in English. Witches Market. Okay, let's just do Bolivia video game. No. Wait. No, it was like a Bolivian developer who was writing. Let's see. Bolivian game developer. I'm a Bolivian developer. I don't think this is from a year ago. Well, that timeline might fit, but this, no, the game I saw was a little more. It was a little more than that. I refuse to sign up for LinkedIn. I refuse. And unless I am like really, really desperate, like no, like I like if a company is like, well, we really need you to sign up for LinkedIn, I'll be like, well, then I guess I'm not going to be working for you. I'm not sure it's sending me another link. Upwork. Isn't Upwork and Fiverr, aren't they the same thing? Like, didn't Fiverr buy? Well, let's see. IT talent, Unity developers. Okay, but I want artists. Unity artists. Unity. How did you search for Bolivia? Or did you just add like Unity artist Bolivia? Video game developer. I'm an experienced video game developer, advanced skills, and recognized as a top student in the Faculty of Science and Technology at my university. I bring dedication and attention to detail to every project. I'm committed to delivering high-quality results until both you and I are fully satisfied. I thought Fiverr bought Upwork. I'm a little confused by that. What if I Unity artist 3D artist Bolivia. Let's just try it. No, I don't think so. Okay. Unity 3D map artist. I will do a 3D game environment. Unreal Engine, Unity. Okay, let's see. I mean, I like that. No, there's no way. There's no way. This feels fake. Unless he's using like some prepackaged. Okay. Are you in need of a studied immersive game environment for your Unreal Engine project? No, I need it for my Unity project. All right, so that's not going to fly. Didn't I put Unity? I did. I said Unity. Okay. That almost feels like a little too much. Yeah, I don't know. That's like $50K worth of work. I know. Like, they must have like some package that they just drop everything in. Oh, this is Unreal in Unity and Unreal Engine. Full level in Unity Unreal Engine with excellent textures, simple low poly scene for mobile platform. I don't want mobile platform. This is not a mobile game. Complex animations used in Unity's timelines. Cities and open world environments, and much more. Well, it might be worth talking to some of these people because I don't think, I mean, none of us are artists. So, of course, what's to say these people are? I mean, you know. For all I know, he's just taking snapshots of GTA and putting them up as his own. Doesn't sound like a terrible idea, actually. Constraints creates creativity. Yep. Well, or we'll just go with the square island. I mean, we'll go with square flatland with Butthole Hill. I think that's as good an idea as any. Don't you? All right. Well, it is almost... I like the use only free assets constraint. That's probably a good constraint. Oh, some people... English or Spanish? Naveen. First one in the move is waste person. I'm not sure what you mean, Naveen. And Icon Code says, bro, the pics look AI. You might be right, actually, now that I think about it. Like this? It's hard to tell, right? Because it's like AI or video game, like they're going to look very similar. AI and video games are going to look very similar. They're both like computer-generated graphics. Of course, one is computer-generated graphics built by humans, and the other one's built by AI. But they're necessarily going to look similar. I mean, that's kind of cool. I like the super industrial aspect of this. Yeah, no, $200 best package. I will create a realistic 3D game environment, 3D game map in Unity. You will get from this gig a game environment 3D file, game backgrounds 2D files, environment lighting, animations, visual effects, if any. Environments I offer: city, villages, temples, desert, forest, ocean, snow, mountains. So basically, this guy might be a little expensive though. $200 though. But generally with life, I've said this before on the stream. Generally, you get what you pay for with life. Like that has been, I would say, 97.5% of the time that has been my experience. Is you get what you pay for. So if I'm going to spend $30 on this, I'm going to get $30 worth of work. If I spend $200 on it, I'm going to get $200 worth of work, hopefully. And now, what is the difference in terms of $30 and $200 worth of work when talking about a video game in a 3D world environment? Something tells me that, like, it's probably not that big of a difference. Like, you're not really going to see a big difference until you start getting into thousands of dollars worth of work, which I'm not going to spend. So I don't know. But I think we can figure something out. Oh my God, guys, you're talking about Butthole Hill. Yes, Butthole Hill. We can mess with terrain as we go along, bit by bit. I mean, that's kind of what I'm figuring. Undisclosed terrain edits. I want to make a cave. Fiverr is a scam. I had good luck with Upwork. Unity Asset Store is probably best bet. My editor for my travel channel. Check out my travel channel. Addy Goes Places. Who I think he does a pretty good job. I found him on Fiverr. I've used Fiverr for other things too in the past. Icon Code says, yeah, but game graphics has its own kind of texture, whereas AI has some different kind. They tend to over smooth the image. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Yeah, like this just looks like this looks like fake. Like, you're going to do this for $80. Okay, well, what's this premium package? $600. Okay. That sounds a little more like realistic. Yeah, he's got racing and driving tracks, horror and abandoned levels, haunted houses, post-apocalyptic wastelands, cyberpunk cities. So, I don't know. All right, guys. Well, it has been fun. It has been real. Be sure to click and subscribe and like, boys, please press like, because like YouTube has changed their algorithm. Like, my travel channel, it has sunk. I don't know. I mean, but like I've heard about like other like much bigger names than I have talked about how like they've all noticed that like their reviews have gone down and like something in the algorithm has changed, and now viewer interaction is very, very important. So please, I appreciate you guys listening, of course, but please like the videos, please like the stream. That helps a lot too. But I will be back on Wednesday, 7 o'clock, same time. I hope to see you, Matthew. I hope to see you, Not Sure. I hope to see you, Icon Code. I hope to see everybody back here Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Until then, have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Tuesday. And I will see you on Wednesday. All right, boys. Take care.